have my glasses on. Well, again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2021-2022 Neighborhood Officer Swearing-In Ceremony. My name is Alice Williams, and I serve as Deputy Director of Community Resource Services, and I just want to say thank you for coming, and we're happy to see you. We have an order of service for tonight, and it's going to be a brief ceremony. We're not going to serve food, so just FYI. But we made arrangements, okay? The order of ceremony goes as follows. We'll have a welcome by Christopher Hatcher, who's the Interim Director of Community Development, an opening prayer by Bishop Stephen Davis of Refresh Family Church, pledge of allegiance by Council President Pro Tem Wardine Alexander, greetings from the Honorable Mayor Randall L. Woodfin and Council President William Parker, the installation by Judge Sparks, in Municipal Court, and I will do a special recognition following that, and then we'll do closing remarks from Chief Smith. So, welcome, welcome, welcome.
All right. Good evening. Thank you, Alice. And as Alice stated, my name is Chris Hatcher. I serve as the Interim Director for Community Development for the City of Birmingham. And it is my sincerest privilege and pleasure to welcome each of you to this installation ceremony for our neighborhood officers. As neighborhood officers, you have accepted the challenge of being servant leaders in your neighborhoods. We look forward to working in partnership with you to rebuild and sustain your neighborhoods. Please know that the Mayor and City Council are committed to actively raising the quality of life for residents in the city, no matter race, creed, or circumstance. And as a city official, we will work hand in hand with you to produce meaningful and equitable revitalization of the neighborhoods. So before I turn the mic over to Bishop Davis for our opening prayer, I want to say once again, welcome, and we look forward to working with you.
I'm Bishop Stephen A. Davis, and from Refresh Family Church, and will you bow your heads for prayer, please? Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity that we have to honor those who, biblically you said, give honor to whom honor is due. Father, we thank you for the neighborhood officers that will be acknowledged on today. In this earth realm, we acknowledge the fact that you have called people like these officers to make sure our communities are safe and move us forward and bring more quality to the life that you've called us to live. We bless you and honor you for these moments that we have, and we will treasure them forever. In the name of Christ, amen.
If you would please join me and stand as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
They didn't tell me it was my turn. Hey, good evening, everybody. It's good to see y'all in person. It's good to kick it, spend time with, hug your neck, shake your hand, give you a dab, whatever you want to call it. It's just good to be with y'all in person. 2020 threw us a real curveball, but what I appreciated the most was that each of you all, whether you are being sworn in as a new officer tonight, or you are returning to the position you're in or a new position, is that your love for your neighborhood never faltered. Your commitment and your desire to make things better for your neighborhood and the citizens and residents who live in your neighborhood never faltered. And you found ways to still be engaged. You found ways to remain connected, and you still advocated on behalf of your residents in your neighborhood as the leader you are. And for that, I am grateful to each of you. So, as Alice said, this is supposed to be short, but it's been so long, they may have to come tap me on my shoulder and tell me to stop talking. But I got a couple points that I want to leave you with before I take my seat. The first point is, especially this is for our new officers. Now, do me a favor right quick. Just stand if this will be your first time serving as a neighborhood officer. Don't be shy. Now, y'all take a look at that. Go ahead, have a seat. So y'all see all these new officers that will be sworn in as presidents, vice presidents, and secretaries today. For my returning officers, I want you to share with them the struggles of this seat they're taking, that it won't always be easy, that sometimes it will feel alone, that sometimes you feel you have to drag your neighbors and pull your neighbors to be involved and do their part for their individual block, for their individual street, for the neighborhood y'all both live in. That sometimes the city won't move as fast as you want the city to move. And that everybody's going to call you and complain, but nobody's going to call you and give you a solution. Y'all got to tell them. Because you also have to tell them how rewarding this job can be. That as a leader in your community and a leader in your neighborhood, your residents are depending on you to be their voice. That there's a lot of grace in that. They're depending on you to be an advocate for them. There's a lot of grace in that. And they're depending on you to lead them because there's a lot of grace in that. Each of you all, as presidents, as vice presidents, as secretaries, are leaders. And as leaders, we don't have the luxury to sit on the sideline and just complain. We are tasked with, we are sworn in as, and we are given an assignment to lead and to serve and to advocate on behalf of the people we represent. And so to each of you, the next year and a half, 2 years, as you go through this service, because that's what it is, remember why you signed up. Remember your love for your neighborhood. Remember that when one of your residents calls you, you won't be able to just snap your finger and get it done. That you have to work with others and through a process to tackle things and address things. The last thing I'll say is this. We are sitting in an arena. And in an arena, there's usually sporting events. And I would dare say 100% of the sporting events that take place in this arena are team sports. And in team sports, you have to learn to communicate with the person that may not be playing the same position as you. You have to learn to trust a person that's not playing the same position as you. And you have to learn to work together with the person that does not play the same position as you. But if you believe in team, if you embrace team, and you value team not only as a concept, but a tangible idea to make a collective difference, then you can change anything you want. You can win at anything you want, and you can be successful at anything you want. And what you all want together is for your neighborhood to shine. You want your neighborhood to thrive. You want the quality of life in your neighborhood for your residents to work. You want your residents to be at peace. You want your residents to be safe. You want those potholes filled and those sidewalks walkable and those streets paved and for people to be safe. We want the same thing too. Clinton Woods, who represents District 1, Hunter Williams, who represents District 2, Valerie Abbott, who represents District 3, Council President William Parker, who represents District 4, Darrell O'Quinn, who represents District 5, Crystal Smitherman, who represents District 6, and we see you, Senator Smitherman. Good to see you today. Wardine Alexander, our pro tem of our council, District 7, Stephen Hort of District 8, and John Hilliard of District 9. Collectively, all 10 of us represent you, and you in return represent the citizens and the residents of your neighborhood. But this is a team sport. And in team sports, you all now are not necessarily in the stands as spectators. So there are rules that are part of the game that we all play by. And there's certain things we have to do to be successful. So now we're in the trenches together. I look forward to serving with you. I look forward to working with you. And I'm grateful to each of you. Let's go rock out your neighborhood and let's get things done. Thank you. Oh, they gave me one more assignment, and I'd be amiss if I didn't do it. So I probably better stick to the script now. We're celebrating the city of Birmingham's 150th year of existence this year. The city of Birmingham was founded in 1871. And as part of that, paying homage and acknowledging where we are as a city and where we want to be the next 150 years, one of the top priorities for each of you as presidents, vice presidents, and secretaries to be sworn in is keeping your neighborhood clean. And so what we're doing and what we're going to call it is the 99 for the 150th. Each of you should have a flyer in your chair or it's been put in your hand. The 99 for the 150, if you can pull it out right quick. The whole idea is to take pride where I reside. Take pride where I reside. Earlier, I just mentioned this is a team sport, so let me tell you what that means. To address overgrown lots and litter in Birmingham, the Taking Pride Where I Reside initiative is designed to be a group effort, a team effort between the city and neighborhoods, residents, and partners that begins June 21st. This effort will consist of a weekly blitz in the 4 quadrants of the city to focus on cleanliness, overgrown lots, trash, and brush. It will also tie into the city's 150th anniversary because neighborhoods have remained at the core of the city throughout this city's existence. So 4 Birmingham communities, y'all. 4 Birmingham communities will be swept each week, 1 in each quadrant of the city. That's north, that's south, that's east, and that's west, in the next 90 to 120 days, weather permitting. I want to be clear about this. This is a very aggressive cleanup partnership. Keeping the city clean is all of our responsibilities, not just Public Works, not just the mayor's office. Our crews will simply be out to assist in the neighborhood cleanup effort already being done. So the pre-work, the during work, and the post-work till we get back to where you reside. You have the flyer, but you can get more information at birminghamal.gov/150, and we look forward to working with each of you. Thank you for your service. That's it for real this time. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm William Parker, and I serve as president of Birmingham City Council, and I have my colleagues up here and wanted to just take the opportunity, number one, to congratulate each one of you all and your service to the city of Birmingham. And as you know, the mayor called out every council member's name and district, so I think it's beholden that we give, let's start with Councilor Smitherman, and we'll just work left to right, and you want to come up and share a few words. But anyway, congratulations on behalf, and we're here to work together as it's Team Birmingham. Councilor Smith.
Hi, everyone. I just want to tell you congratulations. Continue to serve in the capacity that you have. Just remember you're a voice for the residents of your neighborhood and that we also are here to help you all. So thank you for taking your time to serve your neighborhood. Thank you.
Wow, I am so excited. You look so beautiful out there. Congratulations to each and every one of you. I look forward to serving with you in the future and now. So may God bless you and congratulations for the great job that you have done.
Hello. I just want to say congratulations to each of you. You are all winners. I look so forward to working with you, continued service with most of you, and new service with those who have just been elected. So congratulations. Look forward to working with you, and we're going to do this together. Thank you.
Good evening. When folks ask me what they can do to improve their community, to make their neighborhood a better place to live, the one piece of advice that I always return to is to tell them to just walk out the door. Walk out your door and be a good neighbor. That's where it all starts. And you all have risen to that call, and some of you have been doing it for 47 years. Since 1974, when the Citizens Participation Plan was first adopted. Thank you for your service to our community, and we look forward to continuing to work with you. Thank you.
I'm not certain you felt the shift in the atmosphere a moment ago, but it's about to be a change in your life. You're going to be different when you walk out of here, particularly those of you who have never served before. You're going to be different when you walk out than you were when you came in, because the burden of responsibility will have shifted to your shoulders. Nobody will see it. But you stood up and said, choose me, I'll go. And so here's the opportunity for you, as they say, to put your money where your mouth is. Now, before I get to the action item, you got one more opportunity. If you've had a change in mind, nobody's going to say anything. Just slide out the door right now, and I'll meet you over there at Wing Out. But if you stay here right now and you're committed to going forward with this, then I want to ask those of you who have been re-elected or newly elected to an office with the Birmingham Citizens Participation Program to please stand. Your fellow citizens have chosen you to be their standard bearer. They've expressed a willingness to support you and to assist you and to follow your lead. So as you assume the full responsibilities and duties of your office, your obligation to your community, to the state, and to this nation is going to increase accordingly. So if you're still of a mind to do so, please raise your right hand. And using your name where I state my name, repeat after me. I, Andre Barnes, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will discharge to the best of my ability the duties and responsibilities of the office to which I have been elected. You may lower your hand. So now, reposing confidence in your selection that your fellow citizens have made, I hereby declare you duly installed as officers of the Citizens Participation Program of the City of Birmingham. Congratulations, and may God bless you as you move forward to meet the challenges that I'm sure this year will bring. God bless you.
Okay, don't sit down just yet. Do y'all mind standing for one more second? I actually want everybody to stand. So this has been a trying year, and I know a lot of us, we talk on the phone all the time. We don't always see eye to eye, but I can tell y'all, after seeing y'all today, I realized how much I missed a lot of y'all, just seeing y'all in person and having a chance to walk through the crowd and speak. So if y'all would do this little exercise with me, I'd appreciate it, because I need a hug. So everybody spread out your arms. And I want y'all to make the sound. I want you to bring your arms in and hug me real tight. Ooh. All right, I just need to give y'all a hug. Like I said, I've missed y'all. I know a lot of times, y'all can have a seat. Thank y'all so much. Over the course of this past year, we have gone through a lot as the 99 neighborhoods and as a community, as a city in all. So with those challenges, we've had to call on our leadership. We've called on our Citizens Advisory Board, and we've called on members of you to kind of help us through this process. I know it's been a trying time for us because we weren't able to meet and have meetings in person. We had to learn technology. We had to learn how to Zoom. I know that wasn't a good thing for a lot of folks. We had to learn how to conference call, but y'all met the challenge. I know we had some issues and some folks fought technology, but you did it anyway. And I just want to say I thank you and I appreciate you. I'm going to do a special recognition in a moment, but I wanted to have Mr. Coleman come and speak to the group because he served as the president of CAB, and I want him to just give you a few words as new neighborhood officers or current neighborhood officers, because as with all things, he's kind of led us through this year. He's talked us through the process and helped us get through this neighborhood election process, and I couldn't have done it without the CAB or without y'all and with your patience that you've exhibited towards us. So once he's done speaking, I'm going to have a seat. I'm going to come back up and finish this.
First of all, let me say good evening. The mayor tricked me to get up here. I don't know what. And old Quinn, the reason I'm here tonight, because I was his vice president at CAB. I know he said something about 47 years, but I've been here 43 years. So let you know how long I've been out on that street fighting for my neighborhood in North Birmingham. I started along with George McCoy, Ben Green, Mr. Jackson, and several other guys, David Herring, and a lot of other people. Ms. Abbott, she's not here, but we had a lot of people that was at the CAB level, and I'll tell you, it's just a working situation. You just can't get out here and say, well, I'm a president, a vice president, or a secretary. You got to get out there and work. My wife told me don't give out her phone number anymore, her phone number. I don't know how in the world they get my phone number mixed up with my wife's number, but it's the same number. So I just want to let everyone out, just want to tell you how proud I am for the ones that just now getting out here to put their life on the line. But you'll find out that we are here to work with you. And as being president of the CAB, I have my vice president, Ms. Spencer, and my secretary, Ms. Adrian Reynolds. Without those two people, I just couldn't make it at the CAB level. But you'll find that out with your neighborhood officer also. So you're going to need to work together. And I certainly do appreciate the opportunity just to say those 1 or 2 words with you. Thank you very much.
And I would also be remiss if I did not recognize my staff who's supposed to be on the front row so y'all can see all of them, so I don't know where they're hiding. But we have Mr. Thomas Stone, who's our senior accountant. We have Ms. Sybil Green. She's our admin assistant. I know y'all talked there in the back. They're waving. I have Melanie Martin. She's one of our CRRs. Have Herman Lumsey. He's a CRR for us as well. Harold Houston. Everybody's in the back. Nobody wanted to come up front. Jasmine Fales. And we have out of the office, Mr. Andre Watson. He's not here with us, but y'all do a round of applause for Andre. Did I get Jasmine? Jasmine Fales? Okay, she's here. And we have Jolisa Bridges, our AmeriCorps Vista. And I also want to thank our AmeriCorps Vista program. They volunteered and helped us out tonight. Alicia Lumpkin, Customer Service, our Public Information Office, and everyone that helped us pull this program together. Just have a few housekeeping tips before I pass the mic on to Chief Smith. We currently have our neighborhood officer training scheduled for July 10th. So I want you to do that as a possible save the date. We're looking at July 10th. We were not able to do it this weekend due to Juneteenth festivities, so we're looking at July 10th, and it's going to be 8 o'clock till about 1 or 2 o'clock. So if you could pencil that in, we'll be sending out information so you can plan on attending. And this is a very important training for us because there we will tell you the process of serving as a neighborhood officer, try to get your input on what we did or did not do right this past term, and try to work through some things that we want to see done with the neighborhood associations. We hope it's going to be a productive event. Again, we're asking you to save the date for July 10th from about 8 o'clock to probably, I would say 8 to 2. We might release you a little bit early, but it's on a Saturday. And we're going to go through the training and go through everything we can to help you become one of the most successful neighborhood officers possible. Also, at the end of the ceremony, we're going to have a group photo. I would like to commemorate this event. I know a lot of our officers couldn't be here, and we're sorry about that. And I forgot to also thank them for their service. They couldn't be here, and people had concerns about health and safety, so they didn't make it out. But I also want to thank those officers who are on the phone who could not be here. So, but afterwards, we're going to do a group photo. We're going to ask you to just come stand before the stage. Once we do the group photo, we're going to have people standing on each side of the stage with a sign with the years of service, and we're going to do a different photo for people, the length of service that you've had with the city, serving as a neighborhood officer. So if you don't mind, just stay with us for a few minutes, and we'll do a group photo. We'll try to be as quick as possible, and then we'll do individual photos concerning the number of years you served the city. Thank you.
So good evening. How's everybody doing? So I start my remarks with one question. And that question is, what type of Birmingham do we want to build? I want you to think about that for 1 second. So in one word, I want you to say what type of Birmingham you want to build. What word is that? Safe. So earlier today, there was an article in the Washington Post that caught my eye. And it had a profound effect on me because it talked about something that's near and dear to me, and that's safety. Not just my safety, but your safety. And it talked about how 2021 has already been a terrible year. It talked about gun violence. It talked about 120 people died in shootings just last week alone across the United States. It mentioned that 54 people lose their lives each day in the United States. So I ask you, what type of Birmingham do you want to build? What's that word? So, that being said, I'm thankful that you're here. I'm very proud of every one of you who stepped up. I'm very proud of every one of you who want to be a part and want to make a difference in this city, because I need every one of you. I need your eyes, I need your ears, I need your telephone. Not only do I need that, I need your neighbor and the neighbor next to you and the neighbor next to them, because we cannot do it alone. But every one of us in this room and your neighbor and your neighbor and their neighbor can make a difference. Step by step, each and every day, working together, we can make a difference, and I need every one of you to be a part of that. If you can hear me, raise your hand and let me know you understand if you're with me. It is time for us to step forward and make a difference in this city, one next to another. Right now, I want the precinct captains to stand up, please. You have Captain Andrew Doyle, who runs the West Precinct. Andrew, please raise your hand. You have Harry Greenberg, who works South Precinct. And you have Julie Quigley, who's here. She operates East Precinct. Captain Hanks, if you're here. Captain Hanks runs North Precinct. And each and every day, I need you to know who these people are, because this is where we start. We start working ground zero. I know everybody has different thoughts of how we should do it, what we should do it, how we should do it, and the direction that we should go. But standing here today, I know that one thing for certain can happen, and that is our collective voices, our collective eyes, our collective power of working together as one, that we can all make a difference. Thank you so much. And as I said, I'm very proud of you. But I want you to keep that one word in mind of what type of Birmingham we want to have and what type of Birmingham we want to build together. Thank you.
Well, y'all, this concludes our ceremony, and as I stated before, if all officers could come to the front of the stage, we're going to take a group picture, and then we'll break off into the smaller categories. Before we do that, I want to ask a question. How many people have been in service for over 25 years, if you don't mind standing? Stand up, Mr. Giddens. Let's recognize them. Ms. Sims, I see all y'all. Okay. If you've been in service for at least 10 years, let me see you stand up. $5 years? All right. And all our brand new folks. All right. Well, we thank you, and again, we appreciate you coming out. And so if you could proceed to the front of the stage so we can begin taking photos, and we'll try to have